This is the Healthy Business Podcast, the show for ambitious business owners who want to grow and scale in a healthy way. I'm Sarah Cook, and I'll be sharing with you tips, inspiration, and proven methods from leading business experts, entrepreneurs, and health and wellness professionals to help you grow your business with more income and having more impact, but in a way that works for you. Because when you have clarity and strategy, you can achieve the results you want. Welcome back to the Healthy Business Podcast. I am going to be talking to you today about 8 habits that you need to have if you want to be a successful business owner and scale to sustainable success. So I'm going to break these down into 8 different areas because I think it's really important that we look at not just the strategy behind things, but also actually the implementation, the integration of everything, because we can learn all the things, but actually there is a bit of an information and integration loop that goes on, which includes also embodiment. So if we think about all the information that we have access to, if we think about all the information that you already have, your knowledge that you already have, not just within your own business, but also the things that you've been learning by working with other people, the environments you're in, the conversations you have, what do we do with that information, right? Because if we have all of this information, what often happens is that feels like information overload and it leads us into overwhelm. It's not until we start taking intentional action and putting the right things in place that are actually going to make a difference to you, but also to your business success as well. So we want to learn things, of course, but we need to make sure that we then embody those things. So really taking the time to look at what is important to you, making sure that you embody that, if you want to scale to that next level, that 6-figure success or even higher than that, you need to start living in that way, right? That means that you need to start looking after yourself in that way. You need to start talking to your clients in that way. You need to start attracting your dream clients in that way as well. So really thinking about the things that you need to be doing to embody that next level of success within your business. That's when we understand which bits we need to integrate and which bits we need to implement within our business. So this isn't about learning as much as possible and trying to put all of that into your business. This is about being really intentional about the things that we choose to put in place and the things that we know are actually going to make a difference to your business and to your life goals. So I'm going to break this down into 8 different areas today. And it's going to be a mix of personal things. It's going to be a mix of healthy habits, but also how you can actually do this from a business perspective. Now, the first thing that I want you to really think about is my 3-step success formula, because this all comes down to clarity plus strategy plus mindset and energetics to get you the results that you are looking for. So really thinking about that you need to get clear on your goals, you need to get clear on your ideal clients, you need to get clear on your next level of success to be able to then build the right strategy, because you absolutely shouldn't be doing everything and you should be being intentional with your time, your energy, and your finances to be able to take your business to that next level. And then, of course, we have the mindset and energetics, because if we have a brilliant strategy, but if you don't believe it, if you don't take action on it, if you have those mindset wobbles, that stays as a strategy, but actually isn't going to get the results that you want to. So these are 8 different habits that I have learned through my journey to 6 figures and beyond that I think are really important. And some of the key things that when I'm working with my clients, I really can see the benefits of when we put these in place. So the first one is that mindset piece, positive mindset, that growth mindset, really recognizing that curveballs are going to happen, challenges are going to happen, but how we deal with those is what's going to make a difference. Now, this isn't about being positive all the time. This is about acknowledging your emotions, acknowledging what is going on within your mindset, having that real awareness about you, what triggers you, what is going on for you, how you can improve that on a daily basis from a habit stacking. So thinking about everything you do from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment that you go to bed, all of that plays impact on how positive you feel, the mindset that you have, and therefore the results that you are going to create within your business. Okay. And as part of that, I really want you to think about the care that you have. So this isn't just about care for yourself. This is about how you show up to your audience, the empathy that you share, the understanding that you have. One of the things that I see so often is that people are selling and they are pushing so hard that they actually push people away. And this quite often happens when you're in scarcity or even when you want to have a cash injection. People go into sales mode. Actually, the best way to bring sales in is to go into attraction mode, giving value, care for your audience, check in with them. Really have that empathy, that understanding, and making sure that comes through in your messaging as well when you're putting marketing out. So have that care for yourself. Recognize that you are the CEO of your business, that you are the most important asset, but also have that care for your audience. Come at it from a point of care and that you are serving, not selling. I promise you, it will have the most incredible impact on your business as well, even though it feels slightly counterintuitive, but it is so important. And then, of course, we need the strategy, right? So we need to know what we're doing, when we're doing, how we're doing it. And the best way to do this is to have those goals, to really then break that down into being super intentional on the things that actually are going to make a difference. Now, I quite often break that down into a 90-day strategy so that you can get really intentional on the things for that next quarter. And we're coming into quarter two, so it's a great time to really think about your strategy for the next quarter. Break those things down, understand what are the activities that you want to be doing that are actually going to make a difference towards your overall goals for the quarter and the year ahead. It's much easier to check in with yourself on a monthly and a quarterly basis than it is to get to half year point or even towards the back end of the year and think, oh my goodness, I haven't hit my goals. What am I going to do about it? That takes you into hustle mode. It takes you into scarcity mode. We want to be intentional because we want to be strategic. That's what's going to get you the results that you are needing to scale in a successful and sustainable way. And obviously, as part of the strategic piece, you've got to have the clarity, right? The clarity is ultimately, what you want to achieve. This isn't about somebody else. This isn't about looking at other people's version of success and thinking, oh, I want to do that and I'm going to copy them doing that. This is about you really dialing into exactly what you want as a person, as a business, so that you can build those goals. When you get super clear on that and super clear on the ideal client that you want to work with, and remember, as you up level, that ideal client might up level as well. So really thinking about who your ideal client is, how you can support them, what are the products and the services that you need to put out there that are going to help them with their problem. That's when the mix between the clarity on goals, the clarity on ideal client, and the strategic piece comes into play. Those two together are really going to make a huge difference for you. And those are the two things that most people really focus on. And that's why I wanted to think about the other things that are going on today as well, because well-being is super important. I talked about care a little bit earlier, but your well-being has a huge impact on your mindset, because if you are burnt out, if you are working so hard, you're working all the hours, you start to feel resentful towards your business or to your clients. So making sure that you are actually prioritizing your well-being and making sure that you are taking time out for you. You shouldn't feel guilty for that. This isn't about you skiving off work. This is about you building a sustainable business. And to do that, you have to look after your health. Now, whether that is through physical health, whether that's emotional health, your mental health, your spiritual health, all of that comes into play when we're looking at well-being. And that's making sure that we feel connected to ourselves, feel connected to our businesses, feel connected to our audience as well. That can play an impact on your well-being. Think about the people that you're spending time with. Are they energy drainers or are they energy givers? Again, that could be ideal clients, that could be family, that could be friends. You choose how you consider what you talk about. Those boundaries come into play. This isn't just about self-care and, having a bath once every so often or taking a day out to have a spa day. This is about everyday well-being, because if you can optimize your health from all of those different areas, whether it's physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, etc., that's going to play into your mindset. That plays into your energy that you have. And that is the missing piece of the jigsaw puzzle that so many people miss, right? Because people want to push so hard to get their results. And they think, do you know what? I'm going to wait until I get to this next level and then I'm going to take time out, or I'll get to this and I'll reward myself with a day off or a spa day or something like that. This needs to be an integral part of how you run your business, and it makes a huge difference. And whenever my ideal clients have been doing this, the clients I've been working with in my mastermind, actually, when they decide that they are going to work less, that they're going to add more joy into their daily lives, the results come through stronger and stronger. So much so that people are working less hours, but bringing more money coming in. And that is exactly what I want when people are in my mastermind. The other thing that I want you to think about when you are looking at all of this is actually, is the listening piece. And what I mean by listening is it's not just about listening to yourself from a well-being perspective, like being aware of all of those things. listening to what's going on around the world, listening to what's going on with your ideal clients. The best salespeople, the best business people are actually the best listeners. Because if you can provide the right products and services in an aligned way to you that isn't going to impact your health, that isn't going to impact your family goals, isn't going to impact your lifestyle goals in a negative way, that's actually when you're going to have the biggest impact. Because it becomes quite a sort of a vanity metric. If you've got this great idea for a product or service, but it's not relevant to anybody in your audience, let alone your ideal client, it's not going to land. People are not going to buy it, right? So when we're looking at our products and services, we need to listen to our audience. We need to ask those questions, what's going on for them? Thinking about what trends are happening around the world or, right now, currently within your ideal client's world. We know that there are financial situations. We know there's an economy situation right now. For me, that provides a huge amount of opportunities, but it might mean that you need to tweak your products and services slightly. It might mean that you need to tweak your marketing messaging slightly. It might mean that you need to tweak your delivery of your products and services. So listening is a huge part of growing a sustainable business and really scaling it and taking it to the next level. Because what you were doing when you were hitting the 2 to 3K mark, you will likely need to be doing something different to get to the 5K mark, to get to the 10K monthly marks. So really doing that by listening, not just to yourself, but your audience, and really considering what is going on around the world as well, how that's impacting people. There are several trends going on at the moment. Obviously, the financial one is a huge one, but mental health post-COVID, how does that impact your audience? Really considering that as well. People are buying more local, people are starting to connect in person again, and really valuing that connection of in person. What does that mean for your business? What does that mean for your products and services? How does that impact your delivery or even the marketing messaging? Listening is a huge area that you need to master and create from an habitual perspective to really take your business to the next level. And as part of that, share your journey, share what you're learning, share your experience. Sharing is something that people get nervous about. And I'm not expecting you, and absolutely don't think that you should be sharing warts and all about the inner lives of yourself, your family, or your history. This is about you choosing what you want to share that connects with your audience, that allows them to feel connected to you, because we know that people buy from people. They want to feel that emotional connection. They want to feel that relationship. That's where we build the like, know, and trust factors. So sharing elements of your story, sharing elements of your clients' stories, their journeys, their wins, their results, that gives that connection to you, but also shows that you can get results for people like your clients. So those potential clients that are sitting and watching and reading everything, those are the people that want to see other people's success, not just your own, but also knowing that you would be able to help them. But also, I think sharing, what is going on in the world, your key learnings, what you're investing in as well. People like to know that they're going to be working with somebody who is investing in themselves. Doesn't have to just be from a financial perspective. This could be a time, this could be energy. So, this week, I'm actually in Los Angeles. I'm investing in myself and I'm on a business retreat. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I ran a business retreat for my mastermind clients. And I don't underestimate what it takes to take time out of your business, of your busy lives, to spend 3 days with me, right? It's huge. And I am so in gratitude for people who do that. But I also appreciate and know firsthand the real transformation that you can have if you do want to take your business to the next level. Because quite often when you invest with people, quite often when you take time out of your business to work on your business rather than being so busy in it, that's when you get the clarity. That's when you start seeing things from a more external perspective, because you take that CEO approach to your business and you start looking into it. You start seeing more opportunities. You start connecting with other people. And, some of the things that came out of the retreat that I was on, or that I was hosting a couple of weeks ago for my mastermind ladies, there's some real life transformational changes that have happened. People recognizing that they need to work on their relationships at home, with their partners, with their children, also with themselves and their well-being, their mindset, because they recognize that that is what's holding them back. Similarly, we've had some opportunities that within the last couple of weeks, people have created new programs and sold them out. I've had another client who has made 20,000 by re-signing a contract with another client. So it is really possible at how quickly things can change. Now, one of my brilliant clients, Beth, she recorded a testimonial. So go check out my Instagram for that. She was on my retreat and she literally said, I cannot believe how quickly things can change. And that is the power of being surrounded by other people, but also sharing your, not just vulnerabilities, but sharing your stories with like-minded people, being in that safe space. That is the power of being in something like a mastermind where someone can curate. But also one of the things that I love to do is, it is invite only. I don't let anyone into the mastermind because it's so important to me that we have the right people in there. In fact, I have been known to let people go from the mastermind because their energy is not right or they're just not in the right space to get the most out of it. So sharing some of those things can be really important. I'm super excited to be sharing some of my learnings from being in LA and working on my business. The light bulb moments have just been huge already. And being surrounded and being in those conversations with people who, not just at my level, but also at the next level and the level above, to see what they're doing. So not being afraid to be part of those conversations, that is a really great habit to get into. If you want to move to the next level, make sure you're investing in people who are at that next level. And that is a great time to be investing in somebody or something, because, one of the biggest challenges that I hear from people is, oh, I don't think it's my right time, or, I'm not quite ready to do this. That is exactly the right time to be investing, because you're not at the level that you want to be. So what's going to change? Because you're doing the same thing and you don't know what to do to get you to that next level. So investing in somebody who can help you do that, and that doesn't have to be from a business perspective. That could be from a health perspective, a mindset perspective. And if you are listening to this and thinking, gosh, I just want to get my business to that next level, but I feel so overwhelmed. I've got all these ideas and I just don't know how to get there. Drop me a message with the word ready, and I will make sure that I give you some personalized tips on how you can do that within your own business. Okay, so I've shared 7 habits already. Now, my final one is focus. And this really is all about intention. This is all about taking intentional action, being super laser focused on what it is that you want to achieve, how you're going to spend your time. There's a lot of people out there that are busy being busy, but wondering why they're still at the same place within their business. Now, what I want for you for that scalable, successful, and sustainable business is to have month-on-month growth. This isn't about high peaks and low troughs and that roller coaster income that is just so anxiety driven and very quickly leads to burnout, but actually is one of the things that a lot of people teach, like do a big launch, get the money in. Oh, and then by the way, you're not going to get anything in for the rest of the year. That's not what I want for you. I want you to have that focus on all the things that you need to do to grow your business in a really sustainable way so that you have that inner financial thermostat that feels comfortable, that not only do you know that every single bill that comes in is going to be paid for, even if you get a surprise corporation tax bill or VAT bill, you've got that covered, right? Sometimes it sounds really simple. Sometimes it sounds really boring to a certain degree, but actually sustainability within your business is what is going to create that next level of success. So many people have those big launches and then spend that money. They don't hold on to it. They don't create that wealth within their business. Similarly with lottery winners, right? We hear it so often that the lottery winners, they earn a huge amount of money or win a huge amount of money. Within a short space of time, they don't have that money anymore because they're not used to having that amount of money. So it gets spent. I don't want that for you within your business. So being really focused on your numbers, but also that growth on a consistent way, month on month on month, feels so much better than having a high peak and then a low trough. There's nothing wrong with having high peaks, but I want to make sure that you've got that sustainable income on a regular basis as well. Last year I had a couple of 50K plus months. This year I've done very similar, but I've always got my sustainable income on a monthly regular basis, which is always consistently growing. So it's having that balance across the two rather than just relying on a launch that is unpredictable, that feels for many people quite time intensive, energy intensive, and often filled with anxiety because it is unpredictable. We don't know how it's going to be. What I would much rather you do is focus on having that sustainable growth every single month, month on month, that you are bringing more money in on a consistent, regular basis. Okay. So focus for me is about the finances. It's making sure that you've got that healthy, profitable business. but it's also about how you're spending your time and your energy, let alone your investments. Okay. So getting focused on the things that you actually need to do within your business that are going to be the needle movers. The things that you're doing that have zero impact on your business or low impact on your business, do they need to happen? Do they need to happen right now? Could it be outsourced to somebody else? Like, stay within your zone of genius here. And I know that feels hard if you're in that scale process and you'd want to hold on to things. But there are different ways that you can do that. And again, this is something that we talk about in my mastermind, because it's about helping you thrive. It's about helping you get intentional, really focusing on the stuff that is actually going to make a difference. And one of the questions that I always ask my ladies is, what's the simplest, easiest way for you to achieve your goal? And it's a really obvious question, but one that we seem to overcomplicate. And that takes us into overwhelm, because we have all of these ideas and we don't know which one to go with. Right? So really considering as you go into Q2, what's the simplest, easiest way for you to achieve your goals? That will help you get focused. That will help you get that clarity. It will help you stay positive. It will enable you to care for your audience because you know what's going on for them. It helps you build that strategy. It brings that well-being. It enables you to intentionally book in those times that you need to look after yourself. It allows you to share the most real, relevant stories that actually speak to your audience, to have the right conversations with people so that they can share their knowledge with you, or you can share your knowledge with them. It allows you to listen in the right way by asking the right questions. So bringing that all together, those are the 8 habits for you to master if you want to scale your business to the next level with sustainability and success. I would love your feedback on this episode. Let me know what your biggest takeaway has been. Drop me a message on Instagram at Sarah Cook Coaching, or leave me a review. I would love to hear what you think about this. So until next time, I'm heading back to my retreat in LA, and I will see you on the next episode. Have a wonderful rest of your week and let me know your feedback. Thanks for listening to the Healthy Business Podcast. To get your free checklist with 1-minute hacks to accelerate your business and find out more about our community, head to my website, sarahcookmarketing.com/healthy business.